Welcome to Friedland's Corner. This is Ross Swan, a director of FC Global Strategies, and I'm based in Singapore. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm interviewing Jeffrey Friedland, CEO of FC Global Strategies, and Jeff is based in the US. Since 1979, we've been assisting companies globally in achieving their business and financial objectives. A speciality of ours is enabling companies located in one country to achieve their objectives in another market, including introduction to potential financing sources. Over the past month, all of us at FC Global Strategies have received many requests by entrepreneurs of startups asking about financing for their business. Jeff, welcome. In general, what are the challenges faced by entrepreneurs in obtaining a financing for their startup?
Well, there's a lot of problems here. Most startups fail. That's number one for people to remember. The second thing for an entrepreneur, I think, Ross, is that no investor has an obligation to like or invest in their company. So under normal conditions, startups are very, very, very difficult to do. Why? Because in most cases, not proven that there is a market for their product, service, or technology. Now, if we look back at where we are today in an environment of higher interest rates, concerns about global recession, geopolitical, there's a lot of reasons, especially on cross-border investments or startups or strategic relationships, that people are staying away from them. And the other thing, Ross, is there's lots of growing companies that are early stage that have proven that their product, service, or technology, that there's a market for it. So I think, and I don't see it improving a whole lot. Now, this is both for transactions within a country, where you are in Singapore, you've got a Singapore company looking for Singapore investors, same thing as you would if you were looking for, a company and investors in the other market. The other thing is that I think an entrepreneur starts a startup and has no idea as to how long or how expensive it is. By the time, I see a lot of entrepreneurs who've taken their last dollar to do whatever they're going to do in advance into the stage they are, Ross. And you start saying, well, who's your lawyer? Do you have an accountant? Do you have money to get on an airplane to meet with a partner or investors? And you get a blank stare because they're trying to watch every single penny. And so we're all in an inflationary economy worldwide. Prices are way up, and costs are way up.
And investors at the end of the day are very cautious about what they invest in. They don't have to, as you said, don't have to invest in it. It's just part of a portfolio to them. They don't have to do it. So Jeff, let's talk about today. We've always found that money goes where the opportunities are. What is the reality of an entrepreneur and startup in achieving their financial objectives today? So what is the reality?
Well, I think it's very, very, very difficult. We try to avoid, for the most part, Ross, as you know, startups because of all the issues. I mean, there's lots of companies that are growing companies. Why have to go through the machinations and challenges of trying to get a startup deal? But basically, the realities are today is you need a business model that is scalable, that people can see that this can be a tremendous company. Our focus at FC Global, obviously, is to a large extent cross-border transactions. In other words, as you indicated, money goes where there's opportunities, and a company that's located somewhere that has objectives somewhere else. Now that opens a huge marketplace for strategic investors and strategic partners, not just financial investors. So if the company or transaction looks palatable or interesting to somebody related to that industry or involved in that industry, that's a real plus, because it's sort of a validation that somebody that knows what they're looking at has indicated that they think the business has a great future.
They understand how they present themselves across the globe. And that's
Yeah.
what we help them with. So thanks for that, Jeff. For our viewers, thank us for joining it. Thank you for joining us today. Getting a bit tongue-tied. If you'd like to discuss your company and its business and financial objectives, please contact us. Happy to help.